time marches on. 1st of March. Something from the post. Let's have a quick look, see what that is. Can I get through this? No. It's... Alright, yeah, it's a... Yeah, there we are. It's an Einaudi compilation. Stuff he's written supposedly for cinema. Was it 2 discs? Yes, it's 2 discs. There we are. 2 discs of Einaudi music for cinema. And that was because Einaudi was an answer in a crossword that I was doing last week. So there we are. As was Camille Saint-Saëns. Monday the 3rd now. Something here. Let's see what that is. It's 2 CDs. Ah, right, yeah. Okay. Rain Man. Now, I've got 2 copies of the original LP of this, but obviously there's only a couple of tracks of Hans Zimmer and a load of songs. So this has got quite a lot more of Hans Zimmer score on it. And after a long time, Quigley Down Under. So nice to see that reissued. Because it was a bit hard to get hold of the original versions of that, which were... That's a good score. So I'm glad to have that. Marvellous. It's Wednesday the 5th. Posties just dropped off 3 things. One of which is clearly CD sized, one of which is clearly LP sized, and one in between. Let's have a look at the CD sized thing. Look, stamps with the new king. Oh yes, Backtrack Rye. Yes. They've been selling for a long time. Is a Backtrack in Rye. This was Daybreakers by Christopher Gordon. Very good Australian composer. That's that. Look at this one. Oh no, okay, this is an LP sized box, but it's not an LP in it, it's a bunch of CDs. That's from the site Soundtrack to Your Life. Right, what have we got here? We've got compilation of Czech film music. I thought I'd give that a go. Mark Knopfler's Shot at Glory. Thomas Newman's Scent of a Woman. And Danny Elfman's 50 Shades Freed. So those are nice. I wonder what this is. This feels very light. Maybe it is a CD and it's just in an oversized package. Let's see. Yes, it is. Okay, that's what that is. That is a Laura Rossi, Voices of Remembrance. So I think this has got poetry as well as score on it. Anyway, there we are. Jolly good. Saturday the 8th, and the postman's just delivered something from By Soundtracks. I know I've bought one thing from them, but it feels like, if that is, yes, it's just very well packaged, that's all it is. No, it does feel like more than one in there. Yeah. Okay, it looks like he's sending freebies with things that you order. That's what I ordered. Come on, The Lady and the Highwayman, which is Laurie Johnson. He appears to have sent me as well Sunrise by Joe Kramer. This is not a thing that I have ever heard of, but Joe Kramer is good, so we'll see what that's like. Yeah. Yeah. So BSX are sending out like random freebies. Give it a go, see if you get one. Okay, having broken into the cellophane, I've discovered what this Sunrise is. It doesn't really tell you on the outside. It's a new score for the 1927 F.W. Murnau film. Yeah, so it's the sort of thing that Carl Davis used to do a lot of. A rescore for an old silent. That'll be interesting to see what that's like. I still wasn't familiar with it, but yeah, at least I know what it is now. It's Monday, what is it, the 10th? The box from the postie. This will probably be more John Scott's from SAE, I think. I'm getting close to having a full set of John Scott now, I think. He's good. Of course, that'll all be pointless if it turns out that's not what this is, but I think it is. Yeah. Okay, so we've got Cousteau, the Amazon, Part 2, the Indians. Cousteau's Papua New Guinea journey. New Swiss Family Robinson. And one that's not John Scott, but that was going relatively cheap, which is Conrad Pope's In My Sleep. Got one or two by Conrad Pope in the past. It seems. What's it? Is it Pavilion of Women? That's the one that I've got by Conrad Pope. Yeah, very good stuff. It's Wednesday the 12th. Postie's just delivered this. I'm not sure whether this is going to be music soundtrack related or not. So if it isn't, you might not see this. Ah, okay, right, yeah. This was a Jessica Curry video game score. I was reminded of the fact that I do like the other two that I've already got by her, which were So Let Us Melt and Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. There is one other available. I started looking around, and everybody was selling it as a kind of third party. Were asking quite a lot of money for it, and I found that she was actually selling it directly through her Bandcamp page at a much more reasonable price. So I bought it directly, and I've got a sort of signed postcard by her that came with it to say thanks for buying it. What does it say? Thank you so much for the DRS to CD order. I loved writing something music. Feels like it was from a simpler time. Really hope you enjoy it. Best, Jessica Curry. Well, there we are. That's nice. Actually, let's break into the thing and see what the inside looks like. Little paper boat. Oh, and an inner sleeve. Oops. And just got an inner sleeve. Dear Esther. Cool. Thursday the 13th, something's turned up. Let's see what this is. Yes. All right, yeah. eBay. Apocalypse Now, which I've never had before, really. So, yeah. Yes. Break into the cellophane for that. I mean, I've got the David Shire. Was it Rejected Score? I think it probably was, wasn't it? But not the original soundtrack album. There's 2 discs. Wink, wink. It's music and narration and dialogue. So there we are. Yeah. Yeah, so music by the Coppolas themselves. Carmine Coppola and Francis Coppola. Apparently. Obviously you've got the Doors and the Rise of the Valkyries on there and things like that as well though. It's Monday the 17th. I've had one delivery through the post. Has come from Kentucky via Slough, apparently. Yeah, okay. This is Elena Katz-Chernin's Memoir of a Snail, as recommended by Dan Golding on ABC Classic. I think that's on. Yeah, that's on ABC Classic's own record label. So it is Australian stuff. There we are. That is that. It's Saturday the 22nd. Spring is springing. What have I got here? Let's have a look. This. Okay, yeah, this is something that we spend our time buying things because Eric Woods keeps recommending them. That he was touting as being marvellous on every possible social media site that he could find. So it's like, yes, okay, I'll give that a go and see what it's like. It's Wojciech Kilar, King of the Last Days. One of those rear cover designs where it's like there's no contrast between the text and the background there whatsoever. That'd be really easy to read. But yeah, okay, I've got high hopes for this, Eric, since you were promoting it so heavily. We'll see. It's Tuesday the 25th. Postie's just delivered something from Hive, who are a bookshop, but they do sell CDs. And from them I have got the Howard Shore Anthology Paris Concerts CD from Deutsche Grammophon. What have we got? I'm not going to attempt to read the track list because it's in a circle on the back, which is really helpful. When people discover that their design software enables them to set text on a path, they think that's a good idea. It rarely is. What have we got? We've got some things from The Hobbit, from Lord of the Rings, and some from Eastern Promises, and then a couple of other things called Catania and Esther Khan brackets Paris Suite. And then we've got some things from The Fly, from Naked Lunch, from Ed Wood, and from Crash. I wrote the music from my heart, he says on the quote on the inside. Are there any booklets of any sort? Yes, there's a booklet in the middle. That's very black and yellow, is that? It's really leaning into Deutsche Grammophon's corporate style. Anyway, there we are. Should be good. It's Thursday the 27th. 3 things have just been delivered, so let's have a look and see what those are. This one's come from Ashford, which is in Kent. Oops, hold on. That was the postman delivering another thing. He obviously found that he missed the first time. What have I got? So this first package was Laser Blast, a wonderful piece of artwork there, which is Richard Band and Joel Goldsmith. Let's see what the second one is. The second one, someone's sellotaped over the tear strip so you can't get at that. We've got corrugated cardboard inside that, and inside that. Okay, this was a Dan Golding Screen Sounds from ABC Classic recommendation. He was doing a rundown of top 10 Ennio Morricone scores, of which I had got 9. So I thought I should probably get the 10th one then, which is Malena. So that's a Virgin Records release of that. And then this third one is come from Pontefract in West Yorkshire. So look, see what that is. Okay, that's a concert work. Ooh, oh. It's one of those broken teeth on the inside of the tray jobbies, despite being in a jiffy bag. Somebody's obviously stood on it. At any rate, it's Craig Armstrong. Memory Takes My Hand, which is well, there's 3 different pieces. There's one called Memory Takes My Hand, and there's a violin concerto as well, which is about 20 minutes. Yeah. I just learnt last month that Craig Armstrong had done a violin concerto, so I thought, I like Craig Armstrong and I like violin music. Let's see how the one relates to the other. Okay, now this other thing that's been delivered is a much bigger box. It's like, was that music? Is this going to be music? I don't know. Don't know. Let's have a look. Ah, yes, okay. Yeah. Alright. 2 things. One, well, this was from Rob Daniels' YouTube channel, talking about this Canadian Western soundtrack. Cardboard sleeve's a bit mangled for it, but hey ho. And the seller who was selling that, I thought, well, I'll have a look, see what else they've got. And they had got for quite a low price. The Concord Indiana Jones box. Now I know there are very much mixed opinions about this, in the sense that in one respect it's rather crap, but in another respect it's got some bits of stuff in it that you can't get elsewhere. So yeah, I think they were selling that for just about 30 quid or something. You go, well, for 4 discs, even if most of it, well, it's 5 discs actually, um, even if most of it is stuff you've already got, it's probably worth doing, isn't it? So there we are. Yeah, the Concord Indiana Jones box. Those are not in the right order, are they? Lost Ark, Temple of Doom. Anyway, Friday the 28th. This looks vinylish, doesn't it? Let's have a look. Slice through the sellotape. See what we've got. We've got a Daniel Pemberton, The Bad Guys. I think there's a sequel to that on its way out. This appears to be still sealed, possibly. Okay, it's a double album, but not a gatefold. So that's the back, and the discs are orange. Oh, and there's a booklet in between them. Front, lots of pictures, and some blurb. We've got liner notes from the director, the composer, and credits. Cool. Okay, we're getting towards the end of the month here. It's Sunday the 30th. The clocks have gone forward. Spring forward, yes. It's a nice sunny day. Spring is really springing. The tulips are out and everything. And Sunday postman delivery of something. So let's have a look. What have I been delivered? There are 2 things in here. And these are... Ooh. Okay. These are the reissue of Far From Home, The Adventures of a Yellow Dog by John Scott. And for some reason there's a second loose copy of the tray inlay in there. Normally if someone supplies a second copy of a thing, it's because something's signed, but that definitely isn't, so don't know why I've got that. And the other thing is the Intrada Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, Frank Skinner, which was a Kickstarter backed thing. In this instance, I didn't actually back this one, so I'm just being a regular Joe customer on this one. But yeah, I quite often do back those kind of things. Let's get into those. So yeah, there we have that. It's not many John Scotts that get proper kind of releases. It's always usually on his own self-published label. But this has been a sort of co-production between Joss Records and SAE. Johnny Good and Abbott and Costello Meet the Keystone Cops is obviously the second half of that. Yeah, so it's just under 70 minutes on that. Doesn't say how long that is. Good stuff though. I can see now what the replacement is for, which is that they have obviously spotted that on the one that's actually inserted, the last 2 tracks are missing from the track listing. Goes up to 18 tracks on here, whereas on this replacement one that's loose, it goes up to 20. So it's a kind of overset issue that's been spotted after the fact. Interesting. And so that, dear friends, being the end of the 31st of March, is it for the month. No deliveries today, apart from a newspaper and a couple of pints of milk. So off we are into April. In the meantime, you know the drill. Stay fresh, cheese bags.